Good morning, students. Welcome back to plus two second year English. The name of the prose is on examinations written by Winston S. Churchill. In our previous class, we have already discussed some of the paragraphs and also made word drillings, some of word drillings of the prose. Today we shall discuss the short questions and answers entailed the paragraphs. Now let's move to the questions. Question number 1, that is like this. Yes, does the writer like examinations? No, the writer does not like the examinations. Quote the line in support of your answer. The line which says it is I entered the inhospitable regions of examination. These examinations were a great trial to me. So these are the lines which proves that the writer does not like examinations. Okay. Next question is mention the subjects that were dearest to the examiners. The subjects that were dearest to the examiners were Latin and mathematics. Next one is question number 3. Which subjects did the writer like the most? The writer liked history, poetry, and essays the most. What reason does the writer give for his not doing well in the examination? For he is not doing well in the examinations, the writer gives the reason that the questions were set from the subjects he didn't know, and those were Latin and mathematics. Question number 5. What did the writer write in the answer book for the Latin paper? In the Latin paper, the writer wrote his name and the number of the question I or 1. Question number 6. What was the sad spectacle for him? The writer could not attempt the questions. He was sad, he was upset, tears rolled down from his cheek and fell on the paper and created blots and smudges. This was the sad spectacle for him. Question number 7. What was the writer's position in the merit list for admission? In the merit list, the writers or the writer was placed in the third or lowest division of the fourth or bottom form. Next question number 8. Whom does he give the credit of his success in the entrance examination? Why? Churchill gave the credit of his success to the headmaster, Dr. Weldon. He was a man capable of looking beneath the surface of things. He passed out Churchill even though he had written nothing. Next question number 9. What does he mean by I gained no more advantage from the alphabet than from the wider sphere of letters? The name of the new boys were printed in the school list in alphabetical order. So Spencer Churchill appeared towards the end of the list. The writer humorously says, I gained no more advantage from the alphabet than from the wider sphere of letters. खाली नाडा का लंबाइलिया नाडा wider sphere. But मु alphabetical order जेतु my name began with S. I did not have much advantage and placed in towards the in the bottom part of the list. Next, question number 10. How did he become the last boy in the class? Churchill's name was at the third position from the bottom, as the last two once left school due to illness or some other cause. His name came to the last. Could understand? Otherwise, he would have been in the third position from the bottom if the two boys had not left the school. Question number 11. What is the custom of calling the roll at a harrow? The custom of calling the roll at a harrow was that when the roll is called, the student files past a master, moves past a master in the schoolyard and answers his presence. Question number that is 12, and it is like this. What is the custom of calling the roll at Eton? At Eton, the boys stand in a cluster, gote kundali karikiri chida houtile and lift their heads, topi uठाउଥିଲେ when their names are called, तांका ना डका गले. And the next question is, why he is last of all? Why did people say so? Churchill's name was at the end of the school list. During the roll call, it comes last and he files past, moves past. So others comment why he is the last of all. Though he was the son of a noted statesman. You understand? Now let's move unit 2. Move to unit 2 warm up. Think of the role of a teacher. गोटे शिक्षकर भूमिका चिंता कर इन ए स्टूडेंट्स लाइफ गोटे छात्रर जीवन रे जड़े शिक्षकर भूमिका चिंता कर डजंट ए टीचर फैसिलिटेट द लर्निंग ऑफ ए पीपल गोटे छात्रर शिक्षाटा को जड़े शिक्षक सुविधा करती कि नहीं एंड डेभलप स्किल्स इन हिम और हेर ता मध्य दक्षता वृद्धि करने गोटे सुजोग सृष्टि करती कि नहीं रीड द फॉलोइंग यूनिट ऑफ द टेक्स्ट एंड दी एंड नोट उल्लेख कर द रोल प्लेड बाय मिस्टर सोमेरवेल in the writer's education at Harrow. Yes, we will move to the text. The text is like this. I continued in this unpretentious situation. I means who? The writer Churchill. Continued जारी रखिले in this unpretentious अछद्म situation अवस्था for nearly a year. How many years? Just nearly a year. However, अवश्य by being so long in the lowest form, he had been lowest for a long time. So the writer says, however, by being रही so long in the lowest form रही I gained an immense प्रचुर परिमाण immense means विपुल प्रचुर परिमाण I gained पाइली advantage सुविधा over the cleverer boys. There is a saying, failures are the pillars of success. And it became true in the life of Churchill. He remained lowest for a long time, and this gave him a great advantage, and he gained an immense advantage over the cleverer boys. That is, we learn a lot from adverse situation. प्रतिकूल परिस्थिति आमे अनेक जिनस शिखु. If you ask a defeated soldier, he would say the right thing. But if you ask a soldier who had won easily, he can't give you the clear picture. Similar is the case with the Churchill. They all went on to learn Latin and Greek. समस्ते लाटिन ग्रीक शिक्षा जाइतिले. Who? They went to learn what? Latin and Greek. And splendid things like that. सही भलिया गोटे भल जिनस शिक्षा जाइतिले. But I was taught English. मते इंग्लिश शिखाला. We went to learn Latin and Greek, but I was taught English. We were considered such dunce, such slow. Dunce means slow learners. We were considered such dunce that we could learn only English. We were considered to be the slow learners. Dunce means slow learners. As we were considered slow learners, we are given English teaching. We learn English only. Mr. Somerville, a most delightful man, Somerville, a most delightful man, to whom my debt is great, to whom I am very much indebted, owed, जहाँ पाखे बेसी ऋणी अच्छी, was charged with the duty of teaching this stupidest boys the most disregarded things. And this fellow was in charge of teaching the stupid boys. ये जो मूर्ख आउ धीर पाठुआ मान को पढ़ेवा दायित्व रे मिस्टर सोमरवेल was in charge of it. Was charged with the duty of teaching the students stupid boys the most disregarded thing, ସବୁଠାରୁ ଅସମ୍ମାନିତ ଜିନିଷ namely ନାଁଟି to write mere English, just English ଲେଖିବ. He knew how to do it. से ଜାଣିଥିଲେ ଏଇଟା କେମିତି କରିବାର. He taught it as no one else has ever taught it. ସତେ ଯେପରି କିଏ ଏମିତି ପଢ଼େଇ ନଥିଲା ଭଳି ସିଏ ପଢ଼ାନ୍ତି. That means he taught differently. Not only did we learn English, parsing thoroughly. Parsing means analyzing. इंग्लिश टाको एनालाइज करी करी विश्लेषण करी करी आमे पढ़ुतली तारोरी संपूर्ण विश्लेषण करी. बट वी आल्सो प्रैक्टिस कंटिन्यूअली इंग्लिश एनालिसिस. आमे मते इंग्लिश टा एनालिसिस करतलो. verbal phrase, prepositional phrase, adjective phrase, these are we analyzed the sentence in English. Mr. Somerville had a system of his own. ତାଙ୍କର ନୂତନ system ଥିଲା. He took a fairly long sentence and broke it up into its components by means of black, red, blue, green inks. Mr. Somerville had his unique method of teaching English. First, he would take a long sentence and chop it, ताको खंड खंड कर देवे in different phrases, and each chopped parts will be given different colors like what into components उपादान भाग कर दे by means of black. कागो कला दे देवे, कागो रेड दे देवे, का ब्लू दे दे, का ग्रीन कर देवे. कुड अंडरस्टैंड इंक रे लिखिबे. सब्जेक्ट, verb, object, relative clauses, conditional clauses, conjunctive and disjunctive clauses. These were the components of a sentence. And Mr. Somerville and Somerville will divide the sentence into these parts and would color them. Each had its color. Each had its own color. The verb had its own color. The subject had its own color. Object had its own color. And its bracket. And they were in the bracket. It was a kind of drill. We did it almost daily. Every day we did it. We did it almost daily. As I remained in the third, fourth, 3 times as long as anyone else. I had 3 times as much of it. I learned it thoroughly. ମୁଁ ଆକୁ ପୁରା ଟିକିନିକି ଭାବରେ, thoroughly means ଟିକିନିକି ଶିଖିଥିଲି. Thus I got into my bones the essential structures of the ordinary British sentences. ସାଧାରଣ ବ୍ରିଟିଶ ସେଣ୍ଟେନ୍ସର ଗଠନ ପ୍ରଣାଳୀଟା ମୋର ଅସ୍ଥି ମଜ୍ଜାଗତ ହେଇଥିଲା. I got into my bones, ମୋ ପୁରୀ ଅସ୍ଥି ମଜ୍ଜାଗତ କରିଦେଇଥିଲି. Which is a novel thing, ଭାରି ଗୋଟେ ଉତ୍ତମ ଜିନିଷ. And when in after years, my school fellows who had won prizes and distinctions for writing such beautiful Latin poetry and pithy Greek epigrams. You know epigrams? Just 1 minute. Epigrams. Short witty writing, short witty writing. ମାନେ ସଂକ୍ଷିପ୍ତ ପ୍ରଜ୍ଞାଯୁକ୍ତ ଲେଖା ଗୁଡ଼ାକ had to come down again to common English. Again, they came to English class to learn these things, to earn their living or to earn their living or make their way. I did not feel myself at any disadvantage. ମୁଁ କିଛି ଅସୁବିଧା ଅନୁଭବ କଲିନି. Naturally, I am a biased in favor of boys learning English. Supported blindly. ମୁଁ ଅନ୍ଧ ଭାବେ I am biased in favor of boys learning. ଇଂଲିଶ ଶିଖୁଥିବା ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କୁ ଅନ୍ଧ ରୂପେ ମୁଁ ସମର୍ଥନ କରୁଥିଲି. I would make them all learn English. ସମସ୍ତେ ଇଂରେଜୀ ଶିଖନ୍ତୁ ବୋଲି ମୁଁ ସୁବିଧା କରୁଥିଲି. And then I would let the clever ones learn Latin. ଚତୁର ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କୁ, ଚାଲାକ ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କୁ, ଜ୍ଞାନୀ ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କୁ ଲାଟିନ୍ ଶିଖନ୍ତୁ ବୋଲି ଚାହୁଁଥିଲି. ଏଜ୍ ଏନ୍ ଅନର, ଗୋଟେ ସମ୍ମାନ ଦୃଷ୍ଟିରୁ. And Greek as a treat, ସତ୍କାର ଦୃଷ୍ଟିରୁ ଗ୍ରୀକ୍ ଶିଖନ୍ତୁ, ଲାଟିନ୍ ଶିଖନ୍ତୁ ଭଲ ଭଲ ପିଲାମାନେ. But the only thing I would whip them for would be for not knowing English. କିନ୍ତୁ whatever the language they would learn, that is not my headache. They did not bother me, but I always encouraged them to learn English, not to neglect it. And I would whip them would be for not knowing English. That means I compelled them to learn English along with the other subject. I would whip them hard for that. ତାଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ଜୋର ଜାରି କରିଥିଲି. Now let's move to the next. Yes, that is unpretentious. Pretension means ଛଳନା. Unpretentious ହେଲେ ଅଛଳ, ଖୋଲାଖୋଲି situation, ପରିସ୍ଥିତି, moderate situation. That is called modest situation. Dance, slow learner, ଧୀର ପାଠୁଆକୁ ଡାନ୍ସ କୁହାଯାଏ. DUNC. Disregard thing, third treated as unimportant, ଅସମ୍ମାନିତ ଜିନିଷ. Parsing in grammar, dividing a sentence into parts. Parsing means dividing a sentence into parts and describe the grammar of each word part. Pithy, brief, samkipta. Epigram, short and witty expression. Sankhipta, प्रज्ञायुक्त, परिप्रकाश, अभिव्यक्ति. अल्प शब्दरे बहुत अर्थ सम्बलित लेखा. एपिग्राम, short and witty expression. Yes, make their way, succeed in life. सफलता अर्जन करिया, जीवन रे सफलता. Treat, special pleasure. Could you understand? Today we discussed some short question and answers and paragraphs of the +2 second year English. The name of the prose is on examination. We will have the other parts in our next session. Till then, bye. Thank you.